Hello, everybody. DM Seth here with another fantastic episode made by Jacob.
Hey, I made this.
Connor.
This is mine. I made this.
and Connor. I'm trying to. Connor, did you do it?
Hey, Jacob made this.
I made this.
And Adam.
I still don't know what my job is. They won't tell me.
All we know is he didn't make this.
Amen. That's true.
We use him for his pretty face.
Oh, yeah. Cheaper by the Dungeons Only fans.
Oh, sign up.
Well,
baby.
That's top tier. Yeah.
Sign up.
Listen to the mid-roll to find out how to access
Is
those.
this false advertising? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Stop saying I'm a lawyer.
Jacob, you're a lawyer. Tell us the truth.
People need to stop saying that.
You just look like the best one.
That
the
fits
best of us.
with my my prompt today. If you could do any other job than your current one, what would you do?
I'm always challenged by things like this because it's such a thought-provoking question. I want to be sincere, but then I also just feel like I should give a bit where it's like, man, I want to clean astronaut uniforms when they come back from space. I want to collect all the debris. Who knows what's been on there? But if I'm being like truly honest, I'd love to be a director for film. That'd be so sick.
Oh damn! Oh damn! To the astronaut cleaning.
This question kind of creeps into my millennial PTSD. It's like as soon as I start thinking about what I really want to be doing, then it's just like, why aren't you doing it then? And I don't want to start this conversation, Seth. Not
I feel that. That's why I asked it and I didn't answer because I'm looking for ideas.
Seth, aren't you a Zoomer? You're a Gen Z. You can't even. You're not a millennial.
He's on the cusp. He's on the cusp.
I'm in the gray. I don't think I am.
What are you? 96?
7.
I'm like a.
No, I think 97 just crosses over. You're right.
Are we
you're right
doxing
over.
Seth right now? Is that what happened?
Don't worry, I'm way older than everyone else. I'm the Clint McElroy of the group. So don't worry, I can be the.
Sorry, cut that out. Cut
whatever
that.
everyone needs to be.
There's a knock on my door.
Hey, is this a 97?
When were you born, man? Just like, Connor.
I kind of feel like Adam, where it's like I feel like I should say something more ridiculous. But honestly, if I had to think about
I
it,
kind of feel like Adam, spaceman cleaner.
yeah, exactly.
The astronaut car wash.
Actually, I like what I do. So I do like video production at the company that I work at right now.
Stop doing this to us.
You hate your job.
And hold on, but I would.
We need you to be lying right now.
I would. No, but
your boss
I would,
isn't going to listen to this, Connor.
Listen. But I would love to be able to work on more independent stuff. Like, we do the podcast, which is a cool creative outlet, but being able to do like my day job as like video content that, either we create around the show or just like more personal things that we do. I would love to be able to turn that into a career, not always be making somebody else's content and ideas or.
Is that a threat to our listeners? Are you saying they're not trying hard enough to get us up?
I'll say.
Look, I'm just saying, if more
guys,
people,
you know where the Patreon is. Come on, guys.
Speaking of fans, let's get into the iTunes review thing. Do you got one, Adam? I got one if you don't.
I sent it to you, so
that's why I have it.
Yeah, good job.
It's by Aiden Briggs. Thank you, Aiden Briggs.
Aiden.
hey dude,
They said, obviously 5 stars. That was the title. And then the stuff below said, do you know why it's 5 stars? Because I can't give 6. So it's going to be maxed out at 5 for, well, probably ever. Great acting, great story, and a great group of people.
oh,
Now I wonder if they divvied up each one of those descriptors towards a different thing. Like great acting, who gets that one? Great people, who gets that one? They're probably not all for all of us.
Yeah.
Great stories, probably Darian or Zippy.
To be honest, with how brief he was, it sounds like a 4-star review to me. I think he's not being honest with himself.
I love how we've turned the reviews. Now we review the reviews.
Yeah,
How well do you review this 5-star review?
I give that
a 4
that 5-star
out of 5.
review a 4-star review.
Thanks, Aiden. No, that was really kind. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And keep sending them in. I hope that by doing this, we're gonna get weirder ones, and people are just gonna write weird stuff on there.
Hey, I'll say whatever they write down. I'll say it.
Okay.
Oh no!
Don't say that,
We're gonna
Jacob.
have
Don't make
to
a promise you can't keep.
As long as they keep saying I'm a lawyer. Who's saying that?
Certainly not me. But let's get into the recap. Recap. Woo. Last time on Cheaper by the Dungeon, the crew was starting their battle with Bubba in the caves below the castle, where they were sneaking in to try and get to the statue. Bubba, the giant bullywug, seemed to be able to wield multiple arcane eyes at once and scattered them all throughout the castle as a kind of invisible security system. But thanks to Darian's, for some reason, supernatural sight of them, and the team's clever bomb building meatballs, they were managed to take down Bubba just before he went nuclear and exploded everything. So kudos to you guys. That was great. But after that, they continued to stealth through the castle with the security system disabled, went past some chefs in the kitchen, and made it to the Verulius statue, the Wizard King. This 2-3 story tall statue with its mouth wide open and bullywug tongue hanging out called to them. They knew Zippy had to put his symbol that he got from Verulius, the magic one on his hand, on the tongue to get into the vault. Below, the basement brouhahas and Apophis and Bradley were chilling, and Apophis and Bradley cleverly got them out of the way so that you could enter into the statue with no problems. And Randy's set up and is setting up his post as overseeing the whole operation, and Robin is waiting at the base of the statue as you all went inside the mouth. As Zippy activated the tongue, you all got sucked into this other, somewhat seemingly different plane, where there's only floating earth islands, specifically one housing Verulius's old family home. In there, they solved a quick puzzle and found basically Verulius's black ball bunny vision board and notes, which they scooped up and learned a little bit more about. Specifically, probably the most important thing they learned was the black ball bunny's name. Anybody remember?
Gong.
Sarsgong.
Sarsgong. Or Gong for short.
Woo!
Sarsgong, finally named. And from there, they found a wand that created this magic bridge that led from this Earth Island to the compound, to the gated wall Grand Treasure Vault. This largely walled in, just flat stone surface area with all these ziggurats lined up next to each other with beams of light shooting out the top. These huge altars with a singular row of steps leading up to the top of each of them. And you saw multiple Grand Treasure clues housed within them. And also in the center of this stony area, you saw a construct. And that's where we're going to hop in. You all are in the presence of the Grand Treasure clues. As you walk closer to this construct, you notice actually that they have 4 glowing eyes. They're kind of like a humanoid looking construct, a little humanoid mechanical being. Not Mechanos, but mechanical. And they have 4 glowing eyes and a wide mouth. And all of you would know that that description seemingly matches the statue that was on the moon, specifically in the way that this thing is seemingly resembling a Wesnian.
Wow.
Not a real one, but like a a mechanical constructy one.
DM, does this look like the same kind of construction as the not automaton? Yeah, but like the construct that we fought up there that Zippy had to turn to like an octopus to fight?
No, those were like moving stone statues. This one seems different. You can see some gears within. It seems very like old school mechanical. Steampunk.
Do I see any kind of evidence on the outside that it is magically powered?
Just by the eyes lit up, and your knowledge of constructs, you would assume that, yeah, it's probably like magically powered.
Okay, it's not like running on diesel.
No, but you do see a jerry can next to it.
Oh, guys, I might need that for later for the ship.
It's solar powered, but we're in the void. It's having a really hard time.
Yeah, it's...
They didn't think about that when they moved it here. That's for sure. Well, I'm bringing up the rear, so I'm going to let the guys take the first directions on this. But I'm going to send a look back just to make sure nothing's behind us.
And sorry, just to clarify, it doesn't look like it has any kind of like weapon, right? Like it's just like a sentry standing there.
Yeah, it's just a sentry standing there. It does have something in its hands. It has a stone tablet in its hands, just a small one, the size of a book.
Guys, I think this thing's looking at me. Looking at me funny.
Yeah, its eyes they're glowing. I think it might be. Here, let's it's on a platform, right? And we're like at the platform.
It's basically, you're on a flat surface. Like, think of it as just a really big, flat pavement stone area. And then on the sides, near the walls, are these large ziggurat temples.
Right, so I mean, where that sentry is he oh, so that's all connected now, sorry.
Yeah, he's just standing weirdly in the center of this flat area.
Okay, here, Zippy, you walk to the left. I'm gonna walk to the right. Let's see who he's actually looking at.
I walk to the left.
And I to the right.
The eyes are positioned like a Wesnian's, where they have two eyes in the regular eye hole spots, and then they have another two slit underneath. The two underneath, the one arcs slightly and moves slightly to track Darian, and the other one moves slightly to track Zippy, and the main ones just focus ahead on Norman.
I squat low.
Okay.
Do they follow me?
Yeah, they follow you slightly.
Okay, then I stand up like on my tippy toes and okay, yes, yeah, it's got me too.
Oh, and Norman, give me a perception check since you're looking around and checking things behind you.
I hope I keep my luck from last night. Modified 20. Nice. Not a bad start.
Okay. You notice that the bridge behind you is still built. It hasn't like crumbled or anything. It's just stayed still.
Why would we assume it was crumbled or gone?
I don't know.
Well, you used a wand to build it.
This has boss vibes.
Retreat! Retreat!
DM, I want to cast a minor illusion.
Okay, how minor?
I want to make a crow. And I want it to and kind of go and roost maybe on the shoulder or the face of the construct.
Okay. The crow flies over, lands on their head and their face. They do not move.
Do they acknowledge it in any way with their eyes?
It gives a slow blink and then it opens again.
I think he likes my handiwork. But I also think he can tell it's magic. I say to the guys.
I still at kind of a distance, I kind of like call out to it. And I'm like, can you communicate? Can you speak common?
It does not speak.
Does nobody here happens to know ancient Wesnian, do they?
Well, I don't.
I can understand it, but unfortunately I can't speak it. Actually, wait, let me double check that actually.
I'm just gonna say that if anything bad happens here, I am like, there is no trees around here, right? This might as well be a metal box we're in, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And like, is it like not rocky? It's like some weird metal structure?
It seems just like this weird, flat, smooth stone.
But it's stone. But it's stone, right?
Yes, it's stone.
Guys, I can work with you.
Yeah,
All right.
we know.
We'll keep that in mind. Look, I don't see any weapons on it, so I hesitate to think it's some kind of combative sentry. That I feel like there'd be something a little more obvious. It's just got that tablet. Zippy, from your side, can you make out what he's holding or what they're holding?
I can try and get close, but again, like, it's a little scary. It's like it can look at you and me and all over the place.
Well, perhaps we shouldn't approach it unless it's our only recourse. Maybe there's something else we can do first.
Maybe if I hold my hand up to it, like the symbol, it might resonate with it. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
But like, is there... So are there just clues about that we could be looking at right now, or...
Well, you see grand treasure clues housed in the beams at the top of the ziggurats all around. So those are clues. But it also is holding that tablet.
Do they seem like out of reach, like generally? Like we'd have to put a bit of effort to get up to the clues?
Yeah, so each ziggurat houses one grand treasure clue, and there seems to be about 200 stone steps to the top of each altar.
Oh, so they're quite far away.
Yes. It's a very large, very wide compound.
Hope you guys are ready for 200 rolls while I check all these ziggurats.
Yeah, okay, get started.
A long episode.
I'm slowly gonna just take a few steps closer to the automaton.
You take a few steps closer, and nothing happens.
Do you want me to hold up my hand to it, or...
Sure. Give it a quick wave.
Hi. Maybe I should get a little closer. Hello. Do you see this thing on my hand? This was involuntary, and I want it off.
Just cuts your hand.
All four of its eyes blink, and then nothing.
Should I smack it?
I mean, I maybe not smack it, but
This thing is clearly sentient, and I don't think taking its tablet's going to help.
I'm just gonna quickly ramble off because I know quite a few languages, and I'm just gonna quickly like say hello in Elvish, Infernal, Sylvan, and Primordial to see if any of those things do anything.
No, none of them seem to affect it as you start listing off hello world in several different languages.
Is there any like text of any kind that we could see on the automaton?
Yeah, I would say, Darren, since you moved closer, you and Zippy, since you're waving in its face, you can see it's just holding the tablet down near its waist level, and you can just see etched into it in common is, remember, Verulius, the price of greed is something no one person can pay.
He clearly had a gambling problem.
Verulius sends his regards. We're here for, because Verulius sent us? Does that work? Hello?
Nothing.
We're here to collect payment for, in Verulius's stead.
Nothing.
Should we touch it?
And I kick it.
Oh no, he already did it. Okay.
You kick it, and you ding, and the metal clangs. It seems unmoved. You kicked it pretty hard, and it actually didn't even like flinch or jolt or even move slightly. Like, you hit it, and it was solid.
Ow! Darian! You kick it too!
I think we've settled the kicking matter, Zippy. It seems to not do much.
DM, I'd like to look intentionally for the piano key in here.
Okay. No need to make a perception check. You're looking around and you're seeing, again, like pieces, the wheel of a wagon, hilt of a sword, all these random pieces. And then you notice floating above, you notice a little speck, something. It's very small because it's a piano key. It's not very big. But you notice something slightly catching the light of the beam barriers. And it glints, and you can see at the top of one of the ziggurats, specifically the middle ziggurat on the right side, is something that really resembles a piano key from your distance.
I gasp. And then I say, guys, the piano key's right there. I think I'm going to go get it.
How about we move as a team
Yes, of course.
and we all go together?
I don't want to be left alone with this thing. I just kicked it.
Kick the can, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if we get a chance, I mean, these are all grand treasure clues. Wouldn't mind grabbing a few
Let's take
more.
them all. The wagon wheel's mine.
I saw there was a sword hilt. I feel like that's pretty on brand.
Now I only need one more wagon.
I mean,
It's better than the piano keys.
Stitch.
you know, I'll keep this short, but it is funny to think that with all these treasure clues hiding in here, how many years people's lives have gone to waste when they were looking for them out there. You know, they've been hoarded in here.
Such is the nature of being a greeter, I guess. There's only been a handful of grand treasures that have been found, and yet there's hundreds, if not thousands, of greeters that we've heard of, so...
On the contrary, I think many have been found. I just think most people are too smart to let people know.
Maybe the clues, but you think powers of this magnitude, like the city of Orem, like the walking library, things of that magnitude can be hidden?
I put my hand on Darian's shoulder and I say, gods are made every day.
Guys, you ever think you're like the main character of the story? Well, that's why we're here. No one else could have found them because we're the main characters.
Exactly.
I had that. I had a fleeting sense of that once back in episode 1. And then it all left me after that.
No, it's like you know, it's like yourself and everyone else is just NPCs around you.
Yes, Zip, I get down on one knee. Yes, Zip, we're all the stars of our own shows. Don't lose faith.
Let's,
No, I'm the main character. You're kind of like a thing.
okay, let's
Story.
just start heading over.
I'm the Lancer.
Before we get too existential here, let's just go to the ziggurat. Let's get the piano key first, and if opportunity presents itself, maybe we can try and grab a couple of the clues while we're here. But I think we should put priority on the one we are specifically looking for in case the shit hits the fan, all right?
Who has the key we currently have?
Oh, I think last time we had it was in like Darian's bag of holding, or at least I put it in there. I think. Darian, can you check?
Sure. I reach my hand in to
Hopefully,
see.
it's not on my nightstand.
I just want to reach in and feel for it, but I don't want to pull it out.
You reach in and feel for it, and you're like, oh shoot, did we actually remember to grab it when we were in Russia? Oh no! No. Yeah, you reach in and you can feel that smooth ivory between your fingertips.
Yes, I do have it in here. I'm gonna keep it in here for now, just in case there's too many unknowns.
Yeah. If I can just say one thing while we get this other piano key. You know, vaults usually have some sort of security system. At least the ones that in the Bramble Patch do. Every hut, like patch, you know, whatever we call the houses, the patches. Woo! I should
Go on,
know.
Zip.
They come state of the art with vaults, and they all have security systems. Wham! That you can die really quick. So,
I just have this image now that the Bramble Patch is like super, like, it's like cyberpunk and like high tech. Like it's not this like, nature.
who knows what's under the grass, under the patches? But if it's anything like that we just gotta be careful when we grab the key, or even waving the one we have around right now. The sentry might think we stole it, and then they'll try and kill us.
Agreed. It's very, very possible, and I would say in this context, actually quite probable. So, let's everyone keep your guards up.
Even your tattoos, Norman, you gotta be careful of that. The blood of Mir might alert this thing. I don't know.
Good thinking. Actually, I do want to pull back my sleeve. Actually,
That's what I said not to do.
I can't. I kind of like do that motion where you like kind of rub your arm against your side to roll up your sleeve. because I only have one functioning arm, just enough to see the white tattoo, just a little bit of it. Is it doing anything unusual?
It's just glowing as normal.
Cool. I reverse the action to pull my sleeve back down. After you guys.
Let's go.
So you all want to make your way to the steps of the ziggurat that is housing your piano key? Soon to be yours, maybe? Your property?
I was tempted to pull a Skyrim and just put like a bucket on the sentry's head so he couldn't see us stealing, but I thought it might be too risky.
Pretty smart.
We should do that. That's hilarious.
It breaks everything. As you are making your way to the ziggurat, it's a little bit of a walk. Not obviously, it's like 2-3 minutes. As you're walking, all of a sudden, you hear your walkie-talkie start buzzing.
Okay.
And you hear it's kind of staticky from, I guess, the void area, but it's like, shh, shh. Hey guys, shh, guys. And it's Robin.
I pull it up. What is it?
Hey, I'm supposed to let you know if I see anything out here, right?
Yes, of course. What do you see?
I don't know, but I think I just saw Serial.
Of course we would.
Wait.
I don't know for sure.
Like Serial the Gazer?
Serial the Gazer.
You know, it makes sense because I remember in the notes they were saying like Rulius was wishing that he had access to more gazers, so it makes sense that he has some kind of relationship with her. Robin, where was she headed?
I don't know. I saw them at the end of the hall here, and they dipped into a side room. I saw them for a split second.
Darian, don't crush the walkie-talkie. You're getting a little angry there, I can tell.
Yeah, it's Zippy actually what he sees is right. Like Darian's grip has definitely tightened on the walkie-talkie, and you see it slowly just relax a little. He's like, right, sorry.
Tell Robin to keep us posted, and then let her go back to work. We have to go.
Tell her we said hi.
Of course that, but then afterwards we're back to work.
Thanks for letting us know. That's a great job, great report. Let us know if you see anything else or any more developments. And the team says hi. We'll be in touch soon.
Okay. And they hang up.
As soon as he hangs up, I look to Darren and I say, Darren, I hope you can stay cool-headed about this.
Sure.
Darian, just as you put the walkie-talkie back to your side, the steps just a few feet away. Make a perception check.
Oh no. That's a 9 plus 7 for a 16.
You feel like you're on edge, and something about the space feels off. And you have your hand just on the hilt of your katana.
Oh.
And then you just feel heat behind you. A breath as you turn, and silently and invisibly you feel piercing into your arm is teeth. Teeth piercing into your arm, and you shake it off, and you see just the visage, the outline. As you shake and shake, some creature is bit onto your arm, and you take 12 damage as you fling it to the side, off, and you can see it falls on the ground. Blood spurts out of your arm, and you just see in front of you, it's like this weird, invisible, dog-like creature.
I should note, from that hit, Darian's bloodied.
Meanwhile, I'm saying to Zippy, I'm so proud of how Darren handled that whole situation. You know, just like put it all away, so calm.
Guys!
Yeah.
Guys!
Maybe not.
We're not alone in here, and I'm not talking about the automaton. And I draw my katana, and I immediately start looking around and seeing did it like kind of like disappear after the bite?
No, as you see, it's on the ground. It seems like it's like flickering and it's invisible, but you can kind of see it, almost like how you saw the arcane eyes. You can kind of see this thing.
Guys, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some spectral hound or something down here. It just bit me. Keep your guard up, and I draw the katana and I take a swing at it.
Where did it come from? In front of us? Behind us?
I think behind.
So maybe we should just start running up the stairs as fast as we can. If we can't see them, how are we supposed to fight them? You're already getting bloody, Darian.
Zippy, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
I got a 17 plus 4, so 21.
There you go.
Zippy, you have started ascending the stairs just a few steps, and you feel coming from the side, as you're turned around looking back down at Darian, feel from the side heat. And you immediately like hop down the steps as you feel this heat rush behind you silently.
I swung my sword at the hound before.
Roll to hit.
Okay. So, yeah, I draw the spectral katana and swing with a 32 to hit.
That hits.
19 plus 13. So,
And roll your damage.
right on. So 10 damage.
You swing through for 10 damage, and you see you connect, and blood spurts. And Zippy and Norman, you see blood out of thin air spurts out.
Red blood?
Red blood.
Okay.
Norman, you feel heat on the back of your neck. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Ha! 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 Oh, not 20! Yes!
Okay.
That's fourth in a row.
Okay.
Not in a row, but okay.
You feel heat. You duck down. You duck down as you feel it coming, and you grab whatever it is. You can feel something. You can feel fur. As you just slam it over your shoulder onto the ground, whatever it was, on its back. As you, like, pin this invisible creature.
Does it remind me of my Hellhound spell?
Kind of.
Hey guys, we got some kind of hellhounds here. And I try to suffocate it if I can. If I have a good grip on it.
You have a good grip, and you got nat 20. You got a good grip, and you are trying to suffocate it. And then you see the one in your arms. Invisibility starts to fade, and the one in front of you, Darian, that you cut starts to fade. And the one that passed you by, Zippy, is now to the side of the stairs, starts to fade, and you see 3 wargs.
What?
And then you hear footsteps. As now that the invisibility is off, you can hear the wargs like panting and the breath, and you can hear their snarls, and you hear footsteps as you all turn around and see a cloak disappearing from a half-masked individual that you recognize as Peterson.
What?
Son of a...
No.
Their mask,
The heck is he doing here?
their mask
No.
cracked
No.
with their eye only visible, and they're towering at their like 7 feet height with their cloaks, and you can see their cloak and armor is singed and burned, and they seem like they've had it rough. They're covered in dirt and scorch marks because the last time you guys saw them, Demon Mode Norman blasted the hell out of them. And you can see another figure behind Peterson, removing their hand off Peterson's shoulder, is a chameleon.
No, not that guy.
You can see their flesh starts to become visible, and you see a blue flower pulsing on their forehead, their chameleon forehead, as they're like wheezing and sweating. And as they let go of their invisibility, they kind of drop to their knees, and the flower recedes. And you just see the chameleon from Takul that you met a long time ago.
That son of a bitch. Having seen this on the ground level, I immediately call back over my shoulder, and I go, guys, I'm gonna need a hand with this one.
Do I recognize it's Peterson? Because I had not seen him before.
You had not seen him, but you'd heard, and you can see like their skin and the hair kind of poking out of the mask. You can pretty much assume.
Peterson? Is that you? I didn't really believe the guys. Well, maybe I did, but why are you here?
They slowly start walking forward. And Wells, the chameleon, that was their name,
I
Wells,
thought he died, that bastard.
catches their breath, and they pick themselves up. And the wargs are still just staying calm. They're staying still, just kind of pacing where they are. Except the one in your arms that you've got kind of a chokehold on. But you see Peterson starts walking towards you, and then their neck kind of cricks. And then they start straightening their back and walking taller. And you just hear a voice from behind the mask. Well, well, well.
Oh, that,
No.
If it ain't my favorite friends. We have my ex-employee. We got the Forgotten Prince. And we got the fucker who owes me a new suit. And he's staring at you, Norman.
Zippy starts putting his hands out to create a spell at any moment.
What are you doing to Peterson? You stay away from him. This is between the three of us and you, not Peterson.
Well, I don't see it that way. I'm not picking a fight solo against you. You cockroaches have proven to be quite a nuisance. You know, I shouldn't be surprised that you all ended up here, honestly. I mean, kind of have similar intuitions to myself, I suppose. Coming for the Grand Treasure clues, aren't you? That's what I'm here for.
How did you even get in here?
Well, it was pretty simple. You know, I sent your friend Peterson here. I didn't know you'd show up, but once he relayed it back to me, I thought maybe the best way to get into the Grand Treasure would be to follow you three.
Lou, that body does not belong to you. You have no right to treat Peterson like that.
Well, you should be thanking me. If it weren't for me, Peterson would be dead.
It sounds like if it weren't for you, he never would have used that blue flower in the first place, taken any of those pills.
Are you saying Peterson is alive in there?
Oh, certainly. I'll let you talk to him in a minute.
Listen, Lou. I have no stakes in Peterson's life, but I just want to point out every single time you've crossed us, we've sent you packing. You really think you can try again with a damaged vessel like this?
Yes, that is unfortunate. But
The dogs are a cute touch, but it's nothing we haven't dealt with before.
But the way I see it, every time I come across you, yes, it is painful, but something positive always comes out of these encounters. You know, Takul, they've embraced the ammo pill now to fight off the insectoid plague. And the insectoids, well, they took the pill to fight off the human and beast people plague. And I cannot thank you enough for dealing with Serial. Oh my gosh. She was a thorn in my side that I had to take care of so that I could use those geisha symbols to speed up my distribution across Ohm. Listen, fellas, I am not here to mess around. You know, I took you boys too lightly the first time, so you get under my skin a little bit. And I'm sorry for that. I should have been more professional. Should have expressed it clearer. Zippy, I feel like you and I already understand each other's viewpoints.
I'll never understand your viewpoints or yours of your ancestors. They all suck too.
Wells, what do you have to say? Do you really enjoy being this man's pawn? To be controlled by him forever?
Wells picks themselves up and they say, "A weakling like me? The ammo company's changed my life. Lou Blanc has changed my life. I think you three are clouded.
He's not...
Especially because you helped Apophis.
He hasn't...
You realize who he is?
He hasn't changed your life, he's taken it. Don't you understand that? You are nothing but a pawn to be disposed of whenever he sees fit. He said it, he admitted it himself. The assassin he sent to deal with Serial. What did he do? Disposed of him the second he was no longer useful. What do you think he'll do any different to you?
He's not even here with in person. He's using our friend Peterson as just a way to get us angry and as collateral, probably.
You all don't realize how lucky you are. With your strength, with your power, with your... I needed help. And even when I was there and I needed help from you, just took advantage of me to get in.
What are you talking about? We saved your life.
Barely.
Listen, Wells. There's a chance for you to do the right thing. And all you gotta do is walk away.
I understand that you felt powerless. I felt the same way. I've lost people close to me for my lack of ability. And I know that it's scary. But forsaking your own life and condemning people to a life of servitude and slavery to this man with this magic, that's not the right way to go about it.
Wells is just shaking their head, and Lou Blanger just goes, I think you boys just completely misunderstand my operation. I'm not forcing anybody. Assassin didn't have blue flower on them. I didn't force them. I give people the tools. And you'll see soon enough everybody's gonna want them. Everybody's gonna want the power to change their life, to do the things they want to do. See this vault? See this entire area of Jadoo? You've seen it. You must have. You see how they run? You see how they treat others who aren't wizards? You see how they treat others who have less power?
So you would want to meet slavery with slavery? I condemn what they've done here in Jadoo to the druids. But that doesn't mean enslaving everyone else is the right solution, Lou. And you're right, maybe people do see some good in what you're doing, but that's not because they actually see you for who you are. And we'll show them.
Zibby's been talking to you a lot, hasn't he? Poisoning your minds. Darian Norman, I want you to know that the invitation's always open. Door's always open. Everything's always open. Darian, all you have to do is slip off that anklet bracer. And you could have more power than both of them combined.
Well, that's a bit of a stretch.
I'm afraid that won't be happening.
Wells speaks up and goes, they don't see it. Because of who they are. And how they've lived. I need to go settle it. Lou, can I go? Yes. Go, Wales. Thank you for your service, and good luck dealing with the snake. And Wells starts cloaking invisibly and fading out of the space.
Guys, we can't let them get anything from this room. It'll be dangerous.
As soon as Zippy finishes saying that, I whip out the walkie-talkie. Anybody on the team who's listening, someone is here, cloaked. It's Wells. I think they're looking for Apophis. Keep him close and keep an eye out. When Wells said, I need to settle this, and his line before about him being upset with us for saving Apophis, that triggered Darian to be thinking that that's what Wells is here to settle. to settle that score. So
Now you three. You're going to die here. Unless you join me.
I already did that an hour ago.
what about that open door policy?
Oh, it's open. But it will close if you do not make the right decision in time. Or, here's another offer. 3, you leave right now. Leave this vault. Leave this place. Get out of here on your flying ship. I won't do nothing till the next time we meet, of course. But I'm giving you an out.
Zippy casts hold person on him. I'm done with this. Your silver tongue. We're holding Peterson here, and we're getting what we need here. And I cast hold person.
And as he does that, I also call out, "We may owe you a suit, but you owe us a friend."
And then Norman says, "Snap!"
I believe I need to roll.
And while they do that, as soon as I see Zippy starting to get off a spell, DM, I like to just start turning, booking it up the stairs.
Go, Norman. Me and Darian can handle this.
Norman, you are booking it towards the stairs and up the stairs. And Zippy, you cast hold person, and Peterson fails, and they're held. And they don't seem uncomfortable at all. And Lou just goes, "Oh, come on.
Darian, go choke him out.
You have to agree. This is not the best way of dealing with this. I'm done for now. I'll let you have your friend for a little reunion. And Norman and Darian, you got 30 minutes. And you see their neck cricks. And their head raises. And they're staring at you. And you can see they're actively starting to struggle.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash forward, and using Guile of the Serpent to give myself an extra attack. I'm gonna go in, and I'm for damage purposes. I'm gonna use my katana, but I want to make it non-lethal. So for flair, I want to literally go in and try and knock Peterson out. But I'm gonna be using 3 attacks to do so.
Okay. You are running in to attack. You see Peterson nods their head. The wargs are getting back up. They're getting ready to, get into the groove of it. They're, dusting themselves off. They're shaking. They're looking like they're ready to attack. Zippy, you're holding person while standing on the stairs. Norman, you are running up the stairs. And the stairs go up about 20 steps and then plateau, and then 20 more steps and plateau. And you see, Darian, you're running to slash. Zippy, you're holding him there. The wargs are just about to start pouncing at you guys. And Norman, you reach the top of the first 20 steps. And your foot plants down. Everything goes dark. A wall of blackness surrounds everything except the staircase. It looks like you're standing in a black void. Darren, you hesitate. Everything is frozen. You're holding your sword, just kind of what is going on, but you're still going to push through. And then you notice bling, 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 bling. Stars are appearing around you in the sky. It's as if you're floating in the middle of the night sky with only the staircase illuminated and lit, leading up to that beam of light.
What?
And then you all start to hear a sound emanate from the blackness. In the beginning, this reality was empty. Then out of that emptiness, 2 gods were formed, Domi and Nobis.
Together, they weaved together the astral plane and constructed the foundation of all worlds within it. However, after creating the cosmos, they decided to form life. From this, the first living beings were made and christened as the beasts of creation. Domi and Nobis were pleased with their work, but Nobis grew curious. Nobis approached Domi with a simple question. What if we could create more beings like us? Both were fascinated with the idea and attempted to generate another god. But not even they could perform such a feat. Nobis spent a millennia thinking of ways to create divine beings, but could not find an answer. Domi then came to Nobis with a new thought. If we cannot create other gods, let us become them. And the first division occurred. And the first division occurred.
And the first division occurred. And the first division occurred. Occurred.
Further up the stairwell, looking down at you, is the construct. The entire scene changes while the stairs remain the same. The scene has changed to a somewhat familiar sight. The breathing chasm where you all first met. And you hear and see in the distance someone familiar. We gotta go! Let's get something! All the good gettings is getting gone when they're getting good!
I've got 2 cards, but one of them's mine.
Tibby, that one's yours.
I've got keen senses, you see. Let me see if I can smell them out.
The gold pass for your life.
And you find yourself back in the breathing chasm, like you were there again. And only the staircase of the ziggurat has remained in this scene nearby. And it's time to roll some initiative and take a break.
Oh,
What?
man.
Heidi ho, everybody. Mid-roll Seth here, just with some brief announcements for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode so far. There's some twists and turns, and trust me, there's going to be a few more. But first, let me thank our Legend Tier patrons. We have Brendan, Randy, Jacob Westborough, it's Jacob, and Timer. And newest addition to the crew, we have Jasper. It's a ghost. You get it. Low-hanging fruit for mid-roll Seth today. Thank you to all our Legend Tier patrons. You are amazing. And to all our patrons who are the lifeblood of our show, we can't thank you enough. If you would like to be a patron, go check it out. It's Cheaper by the Dungeon on Patreon. And we have multiple tiers with like bonus content, some vlogs, the music we make. You can download it instead of having to scroll through the episodes to find it. And also the biggest bang for your buck, I think, would be the $2 tier for the Discord, where you can enter into that community and we run one-shots. We do Secret Santa coming up. Or as we like to call it, the Great Pass Around, and a bunch of other fun stuff. So yeah, if you want to join on, that's a great tier to do it at for some more exclusive community content. If you want some free community content, we have a Reddit page, r/cheaperbythedungeon, or our Twitter, @cheaperdungeon, or Facebook or Instagram, cheaper_dungeons. Cheaper. Just type, you'll find it. It's Cheaper by the Dungeon. You'll find it. I promise. And so follow us there for not only just cool community stuff, but also updates and things like that. And let me see what else I got. Oh yeah, rate and review us on iTunes and Podchaser and all that fun stuff. You know the drill. I'm just tossing it in there. What else? Next episode is on the calendar for November 23rd. We are really capping off the Jadoo arc here with the climax coming right now. So be prepared. I don't think it'll go where you think, and I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, November 23rd. Hope you all have a good 2 weeks until I see you next time. And yeah, love you all. All right, bye. And we're back. Literally back in the breathing chasm. As soon as Norman ascended the stairs and hit that new level, everything changed. It feels as though they are back physically in the breathing chasm, except with this staircase remaining the same. You all notice further up the staircase, as was mentioned, is the construct, no longer holding a stone tablet, just staring down at all of you. But even though the scene has changed, the combat has not. 3 wargs are present, and Peterson in hold person. Everybody, roll initiative.
Oh, man. 22 for me, DM.
10.
18.
Okay. And because, Darian, you were already starting your attack, I will give you a surprise round on Peterson.
Right on.
You all froze due to the new change and the weird narration happening. But then you collect yourself and know you got to take this guy down.
How does it feel to know that you've placed yourself inside the show now, Seth? Like you as the Seth Mahan are now canon inside the world.
That narrator was always a part of the show. Surprise, surprise.
All right. 13 plus 13, 26. And then a 4 plus 13, 17. And then another 4, which is 17.
Those all hit.
Right on, right on, right on. That's a total of 50 damage.
Woo, Peterson. Not doing so hot.
I rolled max damage on 2 of the attacks for that.
Damn. All right. So, Darian, you start just wailing on them with your fists. You just want them to be knocked out so you can capture them and take Peterson back. You are boxing them up as they can't help but take the blows, as behind the mask you just hear groans. Norman, you rolled best on initiative. Your go. You are 20 steps up. You got about 180 to go.
Okay, I'm going to turn around and say, are you guys okay without me?
We're okay. We'll handle this. Just be careful.
Can we tell that there's the construct is up at the top in front of Norman now?
They're about 50 steps ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful of that construct, Norman. It hasn't really done anything to us yet, but just be careful.
Okay, and I'm going to cast my voice out.
Wait. Can I throw him something as a reaction? Maybe on my turn, I guess, but...
Yeah, you can do something.
I don't want to break the whole steps thing, but I kind of want to give him my magic carpet if he needs it.
Go for it if you want to.
Alakazam, go to Norman.
And then I want it to fly to Norman.
Okay. It's starting to fly towards you, Norman.
Okay, I cast my voice out down the stairs and I'd sing, just when you think that you have won, just when you think your reign's begun, open your eyes, you'll see the sun of an archfey coming your way. Darian, you got this. And I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration. And I'm going to hop up and hopefully land on that carpet just as it gets to me. I'm going to look back and say, good luck, Zip. And I'm going to start going up the stairs. Full movement, whatever I can do.
You hop on and you're flying up as fast as you can.
Okay.
Getting closer and closer to the construct. Zippy, it's your turn. And you see the 3 wargs are looking at the stairs, looking at Norman, and you. and they seem like they're probably going to be hunting you both down. You're also, concentrating on holding Peterson right now.
Did I move a little bit down the stairs to kind of get on the same level as Darian and Peterson?
I would imagine, yeah.
Okay, so we're basically all on the base level.
Except Norman, who's going up the stairs.
Yeah. And is it pitch black still, or?
No, the entire scenery has changed. You see caravans are being raided as you are in the breathing chasm. You can even see another version of yourself, Zippy. That's not that odd for you because you've already seen a clone of yourself, but you know what I mean? It's down the way. You can see you're hopping in carriages. You see Darian breaking out of carriages, holding a gold card, and you see you are gathering your own horses.
Like Blackjack and Yogurt and stuff?
Yeah, Blackjack and Yogurt are there too, you see in the fray.
Blackjack.
But people don't seem to be taking notice of you very much.
I lose a tiny bit of my concentration there, just like looking around and be like,
What the heck? This was when we first met. All of us. I gotta focus up.
okay, well, I just have to hold the concentration because I feel like if we let Peterson out of this hold, it'll just be bad. But maybe it's more advantageous to set up something else because he's gonna break the hold anyways eventually.
But make him waste his turn doing that.
Okay, well, yeah, I can have like if a warg attacks me, it should be okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna hold the concentration for the hold person because I think we just need to buy ourselves as much time as we got for Darian to continue trying to knock Peterson out.
Okay. You're continuing to concentrate. And as you do, you notice in the distance yourself, Zippy, and over here, it's almost as if you can hear it right next to you, yourself talking in the distance. And you see a flash from the construct's eyes as you hear.
Blackjack, Yogurt, where are you?
I try to...
Zippy, there's no time for them.
You hear?
It's now or never.
But they're my friends. They're the first people I met.
Zippy, it's now or never.
Okay, I cast Charm Person on Zippy.
I got a nat 1, and then so it's +2 is 3.
That's a natural one, boy.
Zippy is charmed by Normandy, so you have to do whatever he says.
Oh yeah, this asshole!
Zippy, in the distance, you see yourself getting charmed by Normandy, and you feel your mental faculties starting to feel like you're getting put under a charm spell as well. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit, what?
Oh. That's how good I was. All versions of you in this reality are affected. That was back when I was level 2.
So that's a 13.
You fail, and you're being charmed.
Norman, I hate you.
You're still you're still holding person. You're still casting hold person, but you feel like your next turn will not be your own.
But then who's charmed me? Like, is it Norman?
That stinking robot.
Okay, well, I guess that's that. I'm charmed.
Wow.
Next up is a warg. All 3 wargs, actually. We'll make them go quick. 2 run past you, Zippy, as you're holding person and now charmed, chasing after Norman. 1 goes to attack you, Zippy, and they're going to try and chomp down on your little bunny head. 18 hit?
Yes.
Only 10 damage.
10 damage, that's not bad.
They come pouncing by, just trying to rip at you with their teeth as they bite. Only 10 damage as you kind of fling them off, still charmed. So Zippy, since you just got attacked, please make a concentration check to see if you can keep the hold person.
Oh, man.
Please keep it. Please keep it. Please keep it.
I got a natural 1.
No!
Oh, wow.
How appropriate, as we just heard you get a natural 1 in the past.
I'm reliving my horrors.
You can't keep your faculties together as you drop your hold person and you stand there still. Peterson is up next. Peterson is freed as you're right there with your fists at your side, Darian. And Peterson just raises his head and you can see the eye through the mask and he looks pissed.
Shit.
And he's going to try and just absolutely check you and drag you over his shoulder towards Zippy and towards the stairs. He's going to just try and completely tackle you. We'll do a strength contest here to see if you can resist. So, I got a 19.
Natural 20. Yes. Sick, dude. Peterson. Fuck you.
They go to tackle you and you dodge to the side as they stumble a little bit. But they realize they're past you now, and they go running towards the stairs. So they dive over you, Zippy, and the warg, and they hold their hand out. They're weaponless. But you notice thorny vines, like the roots, the stem of the rose, the blue flower, start wrapping his hand, and a thorn starts enveloping from his hand, his palm, as he shoots it out, aiming at Norman, and they're gonna try and hit. And as they've done that, they've evaded you, Darian. So you get an attack of opportunity as you chase back towards them as you evaded their tackle. So roll to hit on your attack of opportunity.
Okay, and I want to make this attack like another tackle, and like try and slam him into the ground to stop him from running away.
Okay, they got a 12. Norman, your AC's slightly better than a 12, right?
Yes, yeah.
Bards, you never know.
Can I say that it disappears into my void cloak?
Oh, sure. Yeah. You turn as you notice and sense a thorn bullet is coming towards you on your carpet ride. You turn with your cloak, furling it, and zoop, it goes in.
I say, could still do this all day, pal. Darian,
what did you get?
Yeah, I was just confirming stats here on, like, because technically it's like unarmed or whatever on the attack. It's proficiency and strength still on that. So with it's a plus 10 for me. So that's a 21.
Okay. You tackle them back down to the ground, back off the stairs behind Zippy and behind the warg, and you just pinned them down to the ground. Not cool. Darian, it's your turn.
So I've just tackled Peterson to the ground, so I'm gonna use this opportunity to try and, like, I'm gonna throw another punch in there, and then I'm gonna try and get him in like a chokehold. Yeah, so I want to try and like rip his mask off after I've tackled him down, and then get him into a chokehold and try and knock him out.
Go for it. Roll to hit first, because you're gonna throw a punch in there.
Yeah, punch your face off.
Just a quick jab in the side.
That's an 18 plus 10, so 28.
Just hits. Just hits.
15 damage. 15 damage off the punch. And then, yeah, I guess, should I roll now to get him in the grapple?
We'll roll a strength contest to see who wins here.
Before you tell me your number, I'm gonna use some inspiration, because I have a feeling you beat me.
Ooh, Darian feeling sweaty.
Yeah, it was not a good roll. That is much better. So I'll keep it. So that's an 18 total for me.
Okay, well, yeah. I just got a 12. Peterson was not known as the strongest. Sorry, Adam. But okay, yeah, you still have it, and the mask is starting to peel off. It feels like it's like stuck to his face somehow. So you're ripping it slowly off while just grappling him to the ground. Norman, you are flying way quick on this magic carpet, getting to the top. And you can see you've flown over top of the construct, and you can see the beam of light is like this weird bluish barrier that entraps the piano key, and you can see it. The piano key is there, floating just above a bowl of this weird water, and it's just floating there, encased in this barrier. And just as you get to the top, you all feel and things shift. And you can see everything goes black, and you start to hear more from the void.
Okay, Dawson, I need you to focus. It's really important. What did you see?
I saw myself. It's like I left my body. It was...
No problem. Can I get an autograph, please? You see, I'm from I'm from the Bramble Patch, and it would be such a nice story to tell everyone that I met the Queen of Aurum.
You are going to do for me is get Comb back, and you're going to get everybody to worship me. Is that crystal clear?
I need to talk to Yogi. Where's Yogi?
Now, Beryl, that's quite rude. I think you should be a little more polite.
You scumbags. They'll come for me. They'll find me.
Hello there. I'm Comb Alvaro, future king of Aurum. And the next time Felix comes back, you give me a shout.
But how would we communicate with you?
Use these, alright? And then the brass dragon shakes a little, and 3 scales come off, and he gives one to each of you.
In the dark. So, I stick my head through.
You get a face full of grapes when you put your head in. But they're kind of odd. They have this weird glow in the center of them, this like swirling glow.
How about them apples?
Great line.
And
how about that?
And you see the darkness fades away, and you're on the streets of Aurum, but the staircase remains. You see the hustle and bustle of people in Aurum, but none of them are noticing you. None of them are passing by. And Norman, you notice you're back at the bottom of the staircase, and you're looking up, and you see this construct staring down, but they're even further up the staircase. But Norman, you're back down, right next to Darian and Zippy, still on the carpet. You got Mario 64, bitch.
I was just thinking.
Where are the wargs?
The wargs at the top are now further out back. They've teleported to the base level as well, but they're further down the street of Aurum now.
Peterson still pinned under Darian?
Yes, everything's still the same. The scene has only changed.
Do I get the sense that if I hadn't been on the carpet, it wouldn't have glitched out quite that way? Is that why that I lost my progress on the stairs?
You don't think so? You just think whatever magic just completely enveloped the space. As you were ascending the stairs, you felt the arcanic magic growing stronger and stronger until, pop, you switch scenes.
I have to try again.
Endurance challenge.
Yeah, I'm say, God damn it, I'll try again. Good luck, guys. And off I go.
Okay.
And this time I'll say, Zip, don't give in. We could really use the win. The fight for our lives is about to begin. Zippy, inspiration, bong.
Oh, that was really good.
You got the Zip?
You're using all your movement to ascend the stairs again on the carpet, going as fast as you can. Zippy, it's your turn, but you are charmed.
Still, even though the scene changed?
Even though the scene changed, you still feel some residues of charm, but I will give you a chance to break it before it happens.
Is this just a straight roll?
Wisdom saving throw.
So 17.
Okay. You feel, because of the scene change, things are fading a little bit from the breathing chasm where you were charmed. You feel like you're further from it, and you feel, you snap back. You're back in control. But you notice in your hand, your carrot peeler dagger pressed up against your neck, but you're back in control.
Shit. This construct is not nice.
We don't know what's going on.
It's because he was called Four Eyes a lot in school, and
Oh, the Wesleyan insult for the day. All right, Zippy, what do you want to do?
I don't know. This is part of me thinks this is a test, but I don't know if it's like it'll be solved by violence. I don't know. So the ziggurat, the steps are made of stone, right?
Yes. You have a warg behind you that had just bitten you as well. And you can see the 2 wargs are back again, going to be trying to run up the stairs chasing Norman.
Darian, I think I was charmed there for a second. Well, I don't know how. Darian probably doesn't have time to talk to me.
I've got my hands full, Zip.
Darian, you gotta trust me. This may scare you for a little bit. And so I put both my hands on the ground, and since it's the stone of the Orem Street and the stone of the stairs should work, I want to transmute the rock that we're in. It's 120 feet. Actually, it's a 40-foot cube. And I want to transmute the rock to mud.
Oh, okay.
And so basically, creatures can sink into it. Each foot that the creature moves through the mud costs 4 feet of movement. Any creature on the ground when you cast a spell must make a strength saving throw. A creature must also make this save for the first time it enters the area or on a turn or ends its turn there. On a failed save, the creature sinks into the mud and is restrained, though it can use an action to end the restrained condition on itself by pulling itself free of the mud.
Okay.
But as long as they end the turn in there, they have to keep making it. And each thing of movement, each speed costs 4 speed.
That's pretty good. Okay. So is that all you want to do, Zippy?
Yeah, and I think it should cover at least, like, let's say 20 feet towards where the dogs are running at, and then 20 feet up the staircase, I suppose, has turned into mud.
Okay.
But that means Darian is sinking in with Peterson there.
A real muddy wrestle match.
I'll suffocate him one way or another.
As an bonus action, can I also, because this isn't concentration, can I also put freedom of movement on me?
Sure.
So this won't affect me then.
The mud surfer. Okay. Let me roll for the wargs who are next. Okay, what do they have to beat?
So 18, yeah.
Ugh. You stupid level 13s. Making me roll high with stupid wargs. They fail. The one behind you starts sinking, and they're like, and they're just slowly sinking into the mud as they struggle. It's like almost quicksandy. Like they keep struggling and moving further into the mud. The 2 that were running towards the stairs to chase Norman again completely trip and flip and slide on the mud as the firm footing turns to mush, and they roll into the mud stairs, just absolutely caked in mud and restrained. Darian and Peterson, you feel the ground around you starting to melt a little, and yeah, mud wrestle match coming real soon.
Sexy.
Oh no.
Peterson's mask is getting removed, and you can see it's raising over their mouth and their nose now. And they're just like struggling and grabbing at your arms. Strength contest, Darian.
Heck yeah.
I just imagine people looking out their Orem windows or something. But you said people aren't moving. They're kind of like frozen in time, are they?
They move, but they're like not taking any notice of you.
We're just like mud wrestling in the middle of Orem.
That is another 13 plus 5 for me. I'm going to roll with it with an 18.
Okay, I got 17, you freaking man. You are struggling. He's struggling. He's like tapping you, slapping you, trying, and you're restraining him. You're hog tying him down. Darian, it's your go.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna.
But wait. What? Before you do, you're holding and grappling Peterson in the Orem streets, and you hear behind you some doors open and some noise from a nearby tavern coming through out into the streets, and you see up the stairs the construct's eyes flash, and you hear emanating from the bar.
I finish my third one, and then I pick up his, and I start drinking his.
Everybody's like, whoa, what is wrong with this guy? He's drinking like he's gonna die today. You take it and slam it back. Make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. That was oh boy, here we go, boys. That was a natural 1.
Oh no!
It's about time.
Blackout. No, you down this, and this was the tipping point, as they say.
Darian's drunk.
Darian, you are struggling in the mud. And as you hear that, you feel as though your mental faculties might be starting to diminish. Please make a Constitution saving throw to avoid becoming intoxicated.
I'm real strong, but I don't have great Constitution. So let's see what happens.
Does this place collect everyone's natural ones in this universe? Like, what?
I'm glad Norman doesn't have any of those.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It's a natural 1.
Are you serious?
No.
Zippy got one too,
I got
though.
one
You got one
too.
too.
What the hell?
Oh my
is that?
gosh.
There is balance in the universe. The universe is balanced.
People have to know.
Oh, you can't see
he's
it.
showing. It is. He showed.
We
have a webcam. He showed
This
it.
is not scripted. Like, people have
Wow.
to know this is not-
That's wild. That's so uncanny. That makes me uncomfortable.
I am a fucking prophet.
We're getting
Holy
freaking
shit.
magicked outside of the game, too. What the
Dude,
hell?
this is real.
This is the fate of the dice moment right here. Oh my gosh.
really makes the prep worth it when you get payoffs like this. All right, you feel drunk, shit-faced, drunk. Darian is back, and you just loosen your grip as Peterson slides out. Darian, what would you like to do?
He slid out. So, and Darian's just kind of lying there, and he's just gonna roll to his hands and knees and try and stand up and ready his sword.
Darian, what's the matter with you? You don't look too good.
Oh, I'm drunk as fuck, Zip.
What?
That's still a fucking automaton. I don't know. And then so I try and use the pommel, or I guess the katana doesn't have one, but I try and use like the handle on the katana and just go in for another strike on Peterson. Well, a couple strikes if I can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roll to hit with a big old disadvantage.
Shoot.
Especially being in the mud too, you're probably gonna fall on your face.
I know. With the disadvantage, that's still a 9 plus 13. So it's a 22. 7 plus 13, so 20.
That hits as well, man. You know, drunk Darian, you can't keep him down. You might actually perform better this time.
But yeah, he was too drunk to activate anything else, though, so it's just the 2 swings. So a total of 26, yeah.
Okay. You go chasing down Peterson as Peterson's struggling to get up from the mud. You go just whacking him with your katana hilt, just like trying to beat him down back into the mud, dealing this damage. Peterson looks somewhat bloodied.
Woo.
As you're all wrestling in the mud. Do a strength saving throw to see if you get restrained by the mud.
Right. So would that be disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Yes.
Yeah, heck yeah. It's hard enough to stay balanced on mud when you're sober.
You were literally walking through goop.
So as a ranger, though, and I'm pulling this out because rangers don't get to use abilities like this, so that's what I'm doing. But rangers have the ability Landstrider, where like nature cannot be difficult terrain, and you get advantage on nature based difficult terrain spells like this. So
I will give you neutral. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. I'll take the neutral. So that's a 13 total, though.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. 15.
Any drunk words you want to say as you slip into the mud?
Zippy, what's this fucking mud? And then I'd fall face first into it.
Norman, back to you. Flying towards the beam. You notice everybody's down at the base and you're flying back to the top, overpassing the construct, getting closer, and you can feel that building of magical energy again.
Okay. Yeah, do you know what? Have I passed by the construct yet?
You're just overpassing.
But the construct, you said the construct was farther up than it was the first time.
Yeah.
So he's made progress
Yes.
still.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, is the tablet still in the same hand?
They're not holding a tablet anymore.
Ah, shoot. Okay, I will cast... Man, I don't have a lot of spells left. No, I'm just going to keep going. I mean, I have to trust the guys to do what they're doing so I can get there as fast as possible. I don't want to risk anything. I'm just flying as fast as I can.
Okay. You fly faster and faster, heading towards the key. You're back where you were before, and you're reaching out to the barrier.
Come on.
And black.
Oh, come on.
Well, Norman, I'll see you at the bottom. Pam,
There must be a way!
Why are you standing in my way? Why did you have to come? Why did you save Colm? What is in this for you?
Farron, please.
But Farron, Colm loves you.
In fact, I say that's pretty perfect if I do say so myself.
Boys, you want to see the first grand treasure? Here it is!
You see, the scene changes, and you are on top of the cube that housed the first grand treasure. In the distance, you see the god forms of Turi and Mir duking it out, and you see yourselves fighting the masked Farron. But the mud remains, the stairs remain, and the memories remain. Norman, you're back at the bottom, but as you look up, you notice there's less stairs, and the construct is closer to the top.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm getting somewhere.
What do you see up there? What keeps happening?
I think it's an endurance thing. Just a matter of wearing it down. And I just keep flying. Alakazam!
Away Norman goes, pushing it forward, staying on target.
Hey, Darian. Looking good in the mud, but maybe start showing up. And I'll give him a bardic inspiration that way, and then I'll leave. Alakazam!
You see Darian lifts his face, and it's just caked in mud. Thank you very much, Normandy.
Bring back Drunk Darian.
Norman, you fly. You can also cast a spell while you're down there if you'd like, but
you should probably help your friends.
I think they're actually not doing too bad.
All right.
I'm bloodied, face down in the mud. He's fine.
Just the picture of Norman being like, dude, you should really show up as his friend is face down in the freaking mud. Like, not moving. Like, what?
It's like you missed all the other stuff I've been doing, like, you know, just fighting him the whole time. This one thing happens, and it's like, wow, show up, Darian. Like, what? What do you mean?
It went from like you like on top of like last he saw you were on top of Peterson. Now you're just like starfishing in the face down in mud.
It's so good.
Zippy, you got 3 muddy wargs. You got Drunk Darian. You got Peterson struggling to get his footing. What would you like to do?
I probably should have done something about the wargs. I can admit now.
I rush over to Darian and I cast freedom of movement on him at least. I don't really have a way to bring out toxins out of him as far as I know.
It's magical drunk.
But I can at least make it so he doesn't sink anymore. And we can freely move it throughout the mud without the four speed thing.
Okay.
Love it.
Darian, wake up! We need you. Take this. This should help you move around in the mud.
Darian, you see Darian like shake his head, and like the mud kind of like comes off, and he like wipes it a couple times with his hands. And he's if you'll allow me, Seth, I stumble to my feet, and Darian's still having a hard time keeping his footing because like the mud is still squishy, so he's not sinking in, but he's still like, it's like walking on a waterbed kind of, and he's like, okay, thank you. Now where did he go? I see 2 Petersons.
He's right beside you, over there.
Right, which one?
I only see one. I've never been drunk before. I don't know.
All right, I got it. I think.
Slams back into the mud.
Darian, you get your footing, and you can freely move in the mud. And now, Zippy, is that all you want to do on your turn?
What's going on with the wargs and stuff? I guess they're still just struggling in the mud.
They're still stuck, but they're going to get out next turn.
I'm going to heal Darian. I'm going to cast a level 4 Cure Wounds.
Whoa.
That's big. Is that like one of the biggest spells you've ever used for healing?
No, Mass Cure Wounds is level 5.
Oh, okay.
So that's 4d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Woo!
So it should top you up pretty good. So I'm just gonna, can I do that, DM?
Yep.
You get 26 points of health.
Hey.
Nice.
I will take that.
Okay. The wargs are going to use all their actions to break free, and they're going to run to the sides out of the mud, scattering. Peterson's turn, and they seem bloodied. They seem like they've just got a Darian beating. And they look over at you, Darian, and they're gonna just try and like kick you in the face. Like as they're on their hands and knees, they're gonna just back like donkey hoof to the face. 22.
Holy.
Oh, wow.
And 17 damage. Oh, just in your jaw, Darian. And Peterson scrambles, reaching into his coat. And he pulls out a bag. And he reaches in. And he tosses something into the mud. Adam, I would like you to roll for this. Roll a 1d100.
No, it's a bean. It's a bean, isn't it? It's a freaking bean.
Oh
Oh no, his beans.
Wow.
Beans.
Darian's mortal enemy. Actual beans. And other beans.
94.
You see, growing out of the ground, out of the mud, are mushrooms. Just lots of red mushrooms with white spots that glow like a flashlight start growing out of the ground. And that is all that seems to have happened. All right, Darian, your go. And make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can, get rid of this drunkenness.
Okay. That's a 14. I don't have a very good Constitution.
That does not make it. Drunk Darian stays.
All right. I'm gonna like Iceman Chuck Liddell, like flying Superman punch him across the face. Like I'm gonna run forward and just go for a full big old fist. And with this one though, I'm gonna activate my Guile of the Serpent again. Darian's getting back enough to know to use the tools at his disposal to give himself an extra attack. So he's gonna go in with the flying Superman punch and then a few more blows to try and knock Peterson out. And again, try and knock off the mask if you can.
Okay.
That was a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
That's a 26 to hit.
That would hit.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 2 of them hit, so 29 total.
You go streaking with your fist, boom, knocking them, and their mask falls off into the mud, and they cover their face. Norman, back up to you. You are going to the top of the stairs. In the background, you just see Turi and Mir beating each other, fighting it out.
Wow.
And then you hear in the distance a clang as one of the chains that was holding them down breaks, and a blade on the end of the chain comes swinging by, as you recall. And then you hear one of them actually gets knocked loose, and this giant blade on a chain is coming by to swing at you. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Natural 1.
Oh no!
If we get more than half of our health in the deficit, what happens?
You die. Actually, I checked the rules. You do not die at that point. You die when it's over your maximum, like, total health pool. So, Normandy, you're still alive! Wow. You notice in the background, one of the blades on the chains comes swinging down and hits other Norman in the background of the scene. Please make a dexterity saving throw, Norman, as you're just about to reach the top of the ziggurat again.
Can you imagine?
I will not get a nat 1 on this. I will not get a nat 1 on this.
We need to buy a lottery ticket if we get a nat 1.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a nat 1. 13 plus 8, 21.
Okay, not at 1, and good enough. Yes. You feel the air in front of you starting to slice as you furl back the magic carpet, hitting the brakes as you see an invisible slash cuts through the air and would have serrated your chest.
Ooh.
You reach the top, and the piano key is there, and the construct is just a little bit lower down the stairs. You feel the magic, less powerful, but still feeling as though it's gonna pop.
I go and I take a deep breath, and I try to grab that piano key.
You reach. And black. And you hear.
And your name?
My name is Peterson, the sole survivor of the Eastern Spear Goblin tribe, and the sole apprentice of the late Grand Mage Althazar Graylin.
Guys, please. There's something my heart is feeling.
No, please, no, thank you.
I
No.
hear it in the wind.
Every part of me that wants to make the logical decision is screaming no.
You guys don't even know how high I can fly.
1.
That's going to be hard for you.
Yes, my aspirations are tall. 8-legged one.
Please set me free. I'm scared.
This is the chance. Day 1. The first step, the first face step forward to a new Darien. Will you stay in this room? Or will you hide and listen from above?
I would stay.
And I'm gonna say Alakazam.
Look, I've got a way. I can protect one of you. But I'm not willing to choose.
I guess I just wish we weren't in the position to make the decision every time.
Peterson, Zippy, Darien, kill him. You can do it. You can do it.
No warrior could ask for a better weapon than you, Switch. Thank you.
The scene changes to the battlefield where you fought Otto. And instead of seeing Otto's mech, you just see looming and towering, as big as Otto was back then, is the construct, staring down at you. And a whip comes flying over from behind them, slamming in the snow towards your direction.
Everyone, wait for him back!
Everybody make a dexterity saving throw as you've been transported to the moment where Otto unleashed a hellish attack on Train Leslie and was going to explode the whole area. Norman, you are back at the bottom of the ziggurat, and the stairs seem much shorter. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna make my other constitution save to see if I'm still drunk here. think I need more than that. That's a 19. 18 plus 1. That's a 19. So I got out. I'm not drunk anymore?
No. You've sobered up.
I'm sober. Stone cold sober. And my dex save is 16 plus 8. 24.
That's another nat 20 for me, DM.
What?
Oh
Dude.
my gosh.
I know,
Whoa.
finally. This is like 5 within the last 2 episodes.
Okay. Darren and Norman, you jump to the side, avoiding the whip. Zippy, you might be a little drunk, because you just stared at it as it came down, crashing on top of you for 24 damage.
Shit. I'm okay, though.
Yikes.
Peterson also failed, getting absolutely slammed into the mud. Raise yourself up, you see the snow falling around as you see the train with you guys on it going choo-choo as it goes around the ring track, and Otto in the distance. The stairs are much shorter again now. Zippy, it is your turn. The wargs have seemingly like just run off. They're trying to like run away, it seems, for some reason.
Okay. So I have an idea. I don't think it's actually happened yet, but I remember where it happened, and I'm actually going to run off like the dogs, and I'm going to run off into the scene, because from seeing how everything's worked, Zippy's kind of had this in his pocket ever since he saw Darian get drunk, is I think I remember a time when Peterson got thrown off the train and we had to leave him behind for a little bit.
You are right.
And I am going to try to meet him when that happens. And so I need to run off into the area of the tracks where he falls off. And I want to make it there in time. I'll hide and wait for that to happen, and seeing if somehow I may be able to influence Peterson.
Damn.
You gotta get to me quick, because eagles, I summon eagles eventually.
Yeah.
Zippy, you run off into the scene, into the snow, and it feels real.
Darian, trust me!
Okay.
You're running off, running, and we will deal with that at the end of this round. The wargs have just split off entirely. You see them running out through the ice in the snow. They're seemingly like looking for maybe an escape from this weird memory hell. They're just investigating, looking around for, the bridge out of here, or one of the other ziggurats or something. Otto, the looming construct now, is just staring down at all of you. And Peterson's turn. They're holding their face and turned away from you, Darian. And you see they pull out from their coat a totem, and they throw it towards the mushrooms. And the mushrooms spark, igniting with arcanic magic.
What?
Seemingly juiced up from the mushrooms. And they are going to use choking air totem. So constitution save.
That comes to a 16 total.
Okay. You fail.
No. I thought that was close.
You take 8 poison damage. Not much, but you feel the air around you is becoming thicker. And because of the magic mushrooms, you can tell the poison is becoming more intense and will ramp up in poison next time.
Oh, man.
I'm going to use a reaction and absorb element. So I half it to only 4.
Okay. For their second action, they take out a little jar filled with a milky white substance. Darian, you immediately recognize this as something Peterson bought in Valentine's shop. Sovereign glue.
No.
And they're gonna turn and throw it at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh. So that's a 14 plus 8, 22.
You're lucky. If you got hit with sovereign glue, you'd be so fucked because you're like, you thought your eyes were bad. Your literal arms and hands would be stuck to whatever part of your body that's good. You would literally need only one like substance to get it off that you'd have to try and find. It goes flying past you and cracks into the snow.
Well, it's my turn now, though, right?
Yes, it is. It's your turn, Darian.
Okay, I'm gonna use a feature that hasn't been used yet, but one of the features of the Spectral Katana is it does triple damage on inanimate objects. So I'm going to, Darian dashes over and with the Spectral Katana slashes his first attack at the totem.
You don't need to hit. You go slashing and you cut the totem into, breaking it, and you can breathe again. You can feel the poison lessening.
Perfect. So next I'm going to use my distance strike. So Darian, immediately after accomplishing that, teleports back to Peterson, and realizing that things are just getting really dangerous now, is going to use the katana, but is going to go for non-vital points, but just to really hurt him, and is going to slash, and he's going to activate that additional poison damage and planar warrior on his additional attack. That's a 30 to hit. 17 plus 13. So 17 plus 6, 23 plus 1, 24 damage total.
You slam into them, pushing them into the stairs as you hit them, and it put the poison damage on. You can see Peterson's face, and they look like almost kind of starved. They don't have chubby cheeks and cheerful expression. They seem almost like a haunted face. Very gaunt, yeah. And they're just staring at you emotionless, in pain.
Oh, Darian's heart breaks.
Normandy, you're flying up to the top, and you can feel the magic is lessening, and the barrier's there. You actually reach out, and you can physically touch the barrier.
Okay.
And it's kind of like rubber. It's a little elastic. You feel like you need to push on it to break through.
Okay, I hop off the carpet, and I grab the carpet and I say, "Go find Zip, Alakazam." I let him go, and I'm gonna do the same thing with my sleeve. I'm gonna roll my hand back, and like my sleeve back, so I can see my mirror tattoo. I'm just gonna punch it as hard as I can, and I'm just gonna look at that tattoo. I'm gonna try to picture my like Royce hand. Nothing happens, right?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say, time to really see if you could do it on your own. And I'm just gonna try to punch through.
Okay. You try to punch through. Make a strength check.
19.
You punch. And you see the rubber ripples. And you hear just the faintest crack. But you don't see one. Or is that all you're gonna do?
I wanna start unraveling the bandage on my bad hand. And I wanna unearth the level tattoo on my bad hand. And I wanna grab my bad hand and I wanna hold it up against the barrier. And I wanna say the word that I got in Wesleyan on the tattoo. I wanna say, "It's time for a little soul." And I'm gonna start trying to crush my bad hand into the glass. And I don't think I have enough turn economy to do anything, but that's what I'm gonna start doing.
Okay. Zippy, you're out in the snow. You hear the train, and you can see it coming by on the ring. You've stationed yourself on the track just off the side to it. The train's coming, and you can see them fighting Mechanos beings. And then you see Peterson falls into the snow. And they're right next to you, Zippy.
Right next to me? Yeah.
Yeah, they fell very close to you.
I give it 5 seconds, because I know he summons the eagles pretty quickly. But while he's dazed, I want to run up to him and attempt communication with him. because I don't know if I'm able to actually physically communicate with this, if it's an illusion or whatever, but I'll try.
Peterson, are you okay? Peterson.
Adam, I'll let you take it from here.
Wow, this is crazy.
Westboro, did you get knocked off with me?
Zippy's like stunned. Like, this is like insane. Like, this shouldn't happen.
This is gonna make me cry.
Zippy's like, of course. I didn't get knocked off, but when I saw you, I just had to make sure you were okay. Cause we're a party, and we look after each other, and we'll always be there for each other, right?
Yes, Westboro.
You see Peterson look in your eyes. Then he looks down at the scar on your chest. And you can see like a look of like goblin anger on his face, and he says,
Yes, Westboro. Yes, my friend. Who did this to you?
It doesn't matter, because any hurt that could come my way, especially from friends, well...
Tall one?
No, it wasn't Darian, but trust me, it doesn't matter, because any hurt that's come my way through friends, it can all be forgiven, as long as those friends just still want to be friends. And then I hold up my hand to pick him up.
Thank you, Westboro.
And I hope you always remember that, Peterson, that no matter what situation you find yourself in, and no matter what hardships come your way, even when some things are out of your control, just know you can always rely on us, and we'll always forgive you.
And then I cast in my hand the one that we're clutching on each other's hands with while I'm picking him up. And I cast Heal on him.
Okay.
Which is a level 6 spell. And basically a surge of positive energy washes through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points. The spell also ends blindness, deafness, and any diseases affecting the target. The spell has no effect on constructs or undead. I'm not necessarily saying this will do much other than what we talked about that has a sort of healing resonance within him. Like, to put the words that we said to each other and put that behind like a healing kind of. And that's what I'm going to do.
Amazing.
All right. Zippy. You see Peterson in the scene. Gets healed. And Darian, you're looking at Peterson, the real one. And you see him, like, he's kind of has his back to the stairs. He looks like he's bloodied. He's been completely, like, destroyed in this fight with you, Darian. And you see the cuts and wounds start to heal. The blood starts to drape away. And their head bows. And you just see tears plummeting into the mud from Peterson's face. And Norman, you feel your hand. It starts to grow. Your hand starts to elasticize as the level tattoo activates, stretching your hand, making it just a big hand. A big hand as you're pressing it against the barrier. Strength check.
Oof. There's the nat 1.
It had to come around eventually.
Yeah.
You feel the rubber of the barrier elastic back as you go flying away from the barrier.
I thought that would work.
And Zippy, you see the Peterson in front of you fade away as the entire scene goes black again. And you hear, in the distance, a new scene being set.
Something I learned while not on my nomadic quest is to always, in situations like this, bring a little insurance.
Well, there is some weird-looking people down here. Don't read any of the books.
1 sec, I'm almost done.
No, Chris, please close the book.
Is that what you were so concerned about, Tall One? It's just a piece of ivory.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely just a piece of ivory.
I missed the piano key. I gotta keep going down. Over and out.
And you just see one of their hands reaches into their cloak and pulls out a little paper boat. And with a shaky hand, hands it to you. The scene has fully changed to this dome-like area surrounded with books. And you see that hand that was described reaching out with a paper boat. And the hand is sticking out from the wall, also covered in books. But between the cracks you can see the glowing eyes of the construct. This dome-like area, Zippy, you remember being surrounded in books, but you were just completely enclosed. But this looks like all the books were stacked into a dome. This doesn't look exactly like your memory. And you're all back at the base of the ziggurat. And now you see there is only 10 steps that remain to get to the barrier with the key floating inside. And you see Peterson has tears just dripping off their face. The wargs have been dispelled. And they are just standing there. And they look up at all of you. And they start to speak. And their jaw is moving. And the emotions are being shown on their face. But Zippy, you remember all too well that when you were in the belly of the second grand treasure, you couldn't hear anything.
Oh,
You couldn't speak or hear anything except your own thoughts. It was deafeningly silent. And you see, he's gesturing, and he's pointing at each of you. And they seem frustrated, and they're just going, they can probably hear themselves. But they're just going on.
I put one hand on each of his shoulders just to kind of like, recenter him and help get his attention. And I then put my hand up to try and like stop him in his tracks. And I gesture to my ear to show we can't hear. And I try and gesture to the space. Like it's the room that we're in. It's not, it's not him, to help him kind of like recenter. Cause while Norman and I have never seen this before, Zippy has, and we can kind of assume Zippy kind of filled us in on these things, right? So just from context clues, we can kind of glean from where we're at. So just kind of recentering him on that, just to getting him to stop. And if Peterson just like pauses to like listen for a moment, or like just calms, they're both sitting there. Darian just gives Peterson a big hug.
Darian, you hug him, and he's kind of frozen and shaking. And then he just embraces you, crying into your shoulder. And then pushes you back quickly, wipes the tears, and is just like slamming their hand into their other hand, being like, we gotta go, something. And then he like points at the piano key.
Darian just turns to Norman and just like kind of like nods and towards the piano key, just to kind of let him, he can finish what he started.
Kind of sensing that they're at least having some kind of moment with Peterson that he does not share. And then getting the nod from Darian, I turn and start walking up the last flight of stairs.
You walk up the 10 steps slowly. Peterson turns to you, Zippy. He's just exclaiming as well. It's like he's talking to both of you, Darian and Zippy. And they seem like they're just trying to express, they understand the room's silent, but they're just still trying. And they're pointing at their butt, which is where the blue flower bloomed. They're just talking to both of you. Norman, you ascend to the barrier. You want to push against it?
Heck yeah, I do.
Strength check.
5.
You push and push against the rubber. Pushing. But it's just not enough on your own to break through. And Peterson's, again, exclaiming to both of you, using hands. Just, it seems like they're just weeping. And then their eyes go wide. And they seem scared. As thorns start rising from their shirt, from their cloak, up their neck. And Darian, you remember feeling pain with your blue flower when it was activated.
I rip off my star metal ring and I shove it on Peterson's finger.
Make a... you can do it in time. Make an athletics check.
15 plus 10 for a 25.
Your symbol of the branch from your dad, the ring he gave you, that saved you once before from your pain. You see, you're taking it off, shoving it on Pearson's finger. You see, he's scared. You can see his eyes are going bloodshot as the pain is fueling into him. You can see, almost again, Darian, you're going to witness Peterson dying. And you slip it on. And Peterson looks at his finger and you can see the roots are on his hand. And as soon as they touch the ring, they retract and go back down. And Peterson is looking at you both, wide-eyed, and collapses forward, unconscious, but alive. You fucking saved Peterson.
Oh,
wow. Oh my God. Falling into Darian and Zippy's arms is an unconscious Peterson. Norman, you still push. And you failed. And it all goes dark. And the scene changes again.
Because the sheet has something to say. Because it's the journey the sheet went through to get to what it is. It's different from the rest, and it's something that people remember, and if it was just a white sheet, then who would really care about that? It would be just like the other white sheets, all around the stores and around other people's tables, and for me, that's just stupid.
Oh shit! No! You're not. You're not supposed to be dead, Peterson. What are you? No, Peterson, get up! Get up! We need to go. We need to get Zippy. What are you? You're not supposed to be dead. We need to get him. We need to.
And I will keep stumbling, fumbling, bumbling, mumbling, crumbling, bailing, wailing, failing, groaning, moaning, loathing, choking, corroding, exploding, breaking, hating, grating, scraping, scratching, cracking, crashing. I can be seen as arm twisting, ear splitting, finger pointed, ghoul looking, goat smelling, wog shedding, nitpicking, piss trickling, nose picking, bone stickling, completely sinking. Cabin stinking, vilified, stink-eyed, bending, sweating, underwhelming, tearing away at myself. Us weak people need to learn to stop.
And the scene has fully changed to a somewhat familiar place, but definitely not how you remember it. You're on the beach of Bayside, where you confronted Lou Blonger for the first time. But the auditorium, the whole beach, is destroyed. There's palm trees bent over, flaming like kindling. The waves are crashing violently. The sand has craters in it from attacks. And you see, standing in the center of this beach, is Lou Blonger, kneeling down to a wounded, battle-worn Peterson. And a giant boar laying on its side with all these many holes in it, like Swiss cheese, breathing heavily in the water, seemingly near death. And you overhear Lou Blonger talking to Peterson after their fight, after all you three departed. And he says,
Peterson, listen, you felt it. You felt what I feel. What everyone feels. The unfairness of it all. The world needs shortcuts to get to where we're going. Because right now the path is too long and too winding. And I know you know what I'm talking about. You've been getting chased by this thing forever. For what? For nothing. It wasn't your fault. None of it was. Peterson, let your tribe be the last to befall the corruption. Going forward, let me help you to rebuild what you lost. That can happen. That is the future I want to see. Don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let other people whisper in your ears telling you what I am about. Peterson, it's about working together for everyone's goals.
You see the sands shifting, and there are no more steps around, just the barrier with the piano key inside. You see Peterson and Lou Blonger in the distance. Lou Blonger holds out his hand to Peterson, and Peterson clasps it, and he helps him up. And they go walking back into Bayside. All that's left is the barrier.
Maybe we should all do it this time. He's kind of failed twice in a row.
It obviously was some kind of an illusion meant to, just like we're not there yet. But now that we're actually here, I think we'll actually be able to. It's probably just another illusion. If we just touch it, it'll kind of wash away. I go out to it, but I wait for the guys.
I walk up to Norman, but while I walk up to the front, I just I lean down and I put my hand on Peterson's back as he's just laying there unconscious, and then I do a little nod and then walk up to the piano key.
Do you want to hand with him, Darian?
So, yeah, just holding Peterson, I'm gonna walk over to one of the palm trees on the beach and just kind of sit Peterson down so his back is resting against the tree and he's just kind of sitting there, and then I'll walk over and join the guys.
You're all at the barrier. You all put a hand on it. Zippy, roll strength.
An 8. It's an 8.
Darian, strength.
It's a 7. 2 plus 5.
Norman, strength.
This is my chance.
Redeem yourself.
9, 7, 8, 9. What the heck?
Yeah, man, this episode is weird. I don't know what's happening right now, but something is happening with our dice. Zippy, strength. 4. Darian.
18.
Norman.
10.
Zippy.
9.
Okay, Darian, come on. Keep pushing.
13.
Darian's doing most of the way. Norman.
17.
Zippy.
20, not 20.
Oh,
yes.
You see the barrier starting to bend. Darian.
20, not natural.
Good, it's bending. Norman.
12.
It's going. Zippy.
14.
Darian.
10.
Norman.
Another 19.
All together. One roll.
16.
14. All very mediocre, but it gets the job done. You are pushing and pushing. And time starts to slow down. Zippy, Darian, and Norman, you're like crying. Sweat is pouring. You are pushing against this barrier with all your might. The piano key is so close, floating just beyond this wall. You keep pushing every ounce of strength you have left. Pushing. And you see in the corner of your eye the construct watching you. And memories of your adventure start to play.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Roll the nat 20.
Natural 20.
Guys, that is a natural 20.
Nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
Oh my, natural 20.
Yes! Nat 20!
All your past successes leading to this moment. The key within your grasp. You are pushing, and the barrier is fading and breaking. You feel deep inspiration within all of your soul, as you know you can do this. And all together, you break it apart.
Teammates!
And the piano key gently falls into the bowl of liquid below for you to take. You have gained a part of your grand treasure clue. And all the scene fades away, and you're back in the vault, atop the ziggurat, and the construct is back in the center, standing still where it was before.
I don't know about you guys, but I am not going for any of those other clues.
No, it seems like too much work. I grabbed the piano key.
You grabbed the piano key. Da-da-da-da! You finally did it! 3 years! 3 years! You did it! Peterson is laying on the stairs behind you, just still unconscious.
Zippy, do you want to put it in the bag of holding with the other one?
Yes, please. Just, what if they touch, though? Maybe we should have it in a different bag?
I mean, sure.
Can we just for a moment hold them together, just to see them? This is a pretty rare accomplishment.
Sure. And I open the bag and I pull out the other one.
And I don't know if this makes sense, but does it look like they belong like, is it like, are they right next to each other on the keyboard, or is there like a full tone in between them?
Yeah, one seems like, like a full tone one, like a G key.
Okay.
And one has kind of the offcut shape like a C key.
These could be perfect fifths.
How come the one we already had has Cheeto dust on it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, put it back.
As you're staring at it, your walkie-talkie goes, and you hear, "Shh. Guys, it's not cereal." And then it cuts, and then you hear Randy go, Guys, can you hear me? I've been trying to get a hold of you this whole time. Pick up, somebody pick up. You gotta get out of here, you gotta go. Shh.
We gotta get out of here now.
Darian, pick up Peterson, and Norman, let me jump on your back.
Sure, you can hold on to my horse if you like.
Throw the keys in the bag.
You start making your way out. The construct stays motionless as you pass by. You go back to the house. You get back out of the cottage. And you notice there's a platform there for you to stand on to get back out. You go on, and like an elevator, it raises you out of the statue. And you come crawling out the mouth. And you notice at the base of the statue, Robin isn't there. And you all jump down back onto the base floor. And you can hear commotions and screaming in the distance. And you look out from the statue from the center core of the castle. It's a straight shot right to the opening, the big open doors that lead outside the castle. And you can see, it looks like it's snowing out there. And some of it flows in. And Darian and Zippy, you instinctively know, cover your mouth and cover your nose. Because it's similar to the blue flower pollen that Karen shed in the snail that got into you, Darian, originally.
Oh my gosh.
It's like blue flower pollen is falling all outside. And you're looking for Robin, you're looking for Randy. And you see coming out of a side door in the hallway is a gray-skinned Genasi with a red cloth over their eyes and nose. Oh. And they go, yeah, I think it's about time. Let's talk. And you hear over your walkie-talkie Randy go, holy shit. That's a real dragon. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh.